just how impressive have the Commanders been so far in the first 4 weeks of the year? And how would you assess Jayden Daniels' progression in his rookie year so far?
I mean, let's just address not the elephant in the room, but let's address the obvious. Jayden Daniels was the number 2 overall pick in last year's NFL draft. In my humble and personal opinion, I predicted him to be the best quarterback coming out of college, better than Caleb Williams. Obviously, we haven't seen Drake May, but he's behind Jacoby Brissett. And then, of course, J.J. McCarthy ends up getting hurt. But he looks better than Bo Nix. He looks better than Caleb. And obviously, at the end of the day, when you talk about everything that Jayden Daniels has been doing, the man is accurate, to say the least. That's the first thing that jumps off the board. I think he broke the NFL rookie record for the most accurate quarterback within the first 3 weeks or 4 weeks of his NFL career with I think he had a 92 a 92 completion percentage in a game against Cincinnati. He had 4 incompletions. It's absurd. And then he follows that up with another 4 incompletion game against, I think he only had 2 incompletions against Cincinnati, but he had 4 incompletions this week against Arizona. I don't know what these balloons are, but it's
That's funny.
It's not my birthday, but hey, here we are. Thanks. So it's just the guy is able to make plays, whether with his legs, he doesn't get nervous in the pocket, he's got the arm, he's got the velocity, and he's just got the poise. He doesn't get rattled. He doesn't feel like a rookie. He doesn't look inexperienced. And it's funny because we were saying the same things about CJ Stroud last year, because CJ came into a system in Houston where nothing was expected, at least not the ending that they had, which was winning a playoff game and going into the divisional. And I'm not saying that that's what Washington's going to do because it's still early, but it seems like Jayden is following that trajectory. Now, to move it into the Commander situation as a whole, you got a new head coach in Dan Quinn, who's supposedly going to be a defensive guru, obviously coming from Dallas and his former head coaching tenure in Atlanta. And he's found a way to rally these troops, similar to a Dan Campbell type of situation like Kyle and I were talking about prior to the episode. He just has a different aura around him and about him. He is somebody who players rally behind him. Players want to run through a wall for him. I saw the post-game speech that he gave in the locker room after the game this week, and everybody rallied around him. He hyped up his offensive coordinator, Cliff Kingsbury, and everybody was just so excited to be a part of this team. I want to know when the last time the Commanders were relevant and not scraping by getting into the wild card. Again, it is early, but I have not seen this much positivity come out of the D.C. area in a very long time, probably since the Robert Griffin III era, and it is incredible to see. Terry McLaurin finally has a quarterback. Obviously, they have a good veteran tight end in Zach Ertz. Their running attack is healthy even without Austin Eckler, and that defense is finding a way to get to the quarterback with those 2 crazy defensive tackles that they have from the University of Alabama. So, as a whole, I think that the Commanders can make a name for themselves if they continue the pace that they're at. But when it comes to how surprised I am, it's not mind-boggling to me, but it definitely is a head tilt because, again, I expected Jayden to have a good year because I predicted him to be the best rookie out of this class. But to be as accurate as he is, as poised as he is, and as assertive as he is, because he's not checking down, he's not hitting running backs on the dump off in the flat. He is pushing the ball down the field with accuracy and some aggression. So I truly and honestly think the Commanders are here to stay. And in my opinion, I told Kyle the same thing. It is early, and I'm not sitting here saying he's going to end up being, but as of right now, in this very moment, Jayden Daniels is the best quarterback in the NFC.